Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we have to talk about the Silven bug in AFK stages. Now I think anyone who has been pushing AFK stages regularly may have figured out there is some sort of issue when it comes to Silven in auto progress. Now this bug is basically making it so that any of these auto formations using Silven, as you guys see before you here, if you choose auto progress in the background, so for example, I lock in the team, auto battle, then I press auto progress, it is guaranteed to fail. For whatever reason, Silven is not functioning properly when you're doing auto progress in the background, meaning that this led to a lot of frustration for players who have repeatedly tried the same record formations, which have they have a good success rate. But in auto progress, they were always failing. And then the problem with this is that you will have to actually watch a battle play out. You can still do auto battle, but you can't actually auto progress in the background and do other things that you would normally do in your day-to-day, like AFK journey, basically, gameplay. So this is definitely a major problem, and it is something which has been going around for a while. And I think the other problem about it is that, especially if you don't know that there is this bug, it takes a while for you to figure it out. Because I was doing auto progress for maybe 2 or 3 days trying in the background. It kept failing. I'm like, what is going on? Until I kind of figured out, okay, something's off, and then other people were sharing the information. So this is basically, I guess, a public service announcement to make it clear to everyone that there is an auto progress bug related to Silven. You will have to watch the battle to play out if you want to clear those Silven auto record stages. And of course, this is applying to a lot of people, because Silven, not only for free-to-play mid-level, even for the high-spending players, as you guys are seeing here, there are a lot of good Silven records, but you're gonna have to watch it play out. So if I click auto battle again, but don't auto progress in the background, it's gonna clear easily. So yeah, this is a major problem, of course, and also hopefully the developers will address it. There have been a number of complaints to the customer support regarding this issue, so the developers are well aware of the problem, and I'm sure they will be fixing it in the near future. But of course, this is problematic. There are people who are even at the verge of quitting just due to this bug. However, if I want to talk in this video a little bit more about the AFK stages, especially in this phase 2 of this season specifically, and I think they have been the most brutal Apex stages ever. This was actually, I was pushing hard even in phase 1, even early part of phase 2 of Apex stages, but then I basically came to a point that there are so many manual stages this phase specifically, and even now with 6 days of stage buff, maximum level, maximum everything, there are still so many manual stages from the point I'm at, and I'm not even at Apex 700 total, and Apex 1000 is what you need to clear. So basically this phase, the stages have been absolutely brutal in terms of time requirement, because if every stage is a manual, the problem is you also have to learn the stage by checking out the replay before you actually attempt the stage. It's not like a manual stage. Usually you'll just be able to get without looking at the replay first, and then it will take a couple of tries for you to master it. And this is basically the thing. If you see here, there are a lot of this is not too hard of a stage. There is an auto record, thankfully, but I am going to show you as we continue on. There are going to be so many of these manual you need to run manual, and this is even for an account that we have everything. We're a maxed out whale account, and still there are so many manual stages, and really the time requirement is just honestly too high, and that's why I kind of gave up on the Apex stage pushing this phase. And I think that's all, even though the Silven bug is a problem, don't get me wrong, I think the problem there would have still been the other problem, which is that even if you could auto progress Silven in the background, every 2 or 3 stages or 5 stages, you're going to come across a manual necessary stage that will not be clearable with this standard Silven comp, and you're still going to have to get your progress kind of interrupted, and then you're going to have to learn that replay, play it out, and then you never know when the next run is coming up. So basically this phase was brutal. If you guys remember in last season phase 2, as soon as we got the legendary red charms, almost that day alone, before even hitting maximum level, pushers cleared all 1000 Apex, even not the hardest of pushers, just the people who were able to auto progress in the background, because there were so many auto viable stages. But this phase of this season, the stages have massively been elevated in terms of their difficulty or their the strength of them. Even here, we're only at 415 Apex Phantom, and this is not, I don't think we're clearing it. We're gonna have to do it again, and this is showing you that, like, even though this is an auto record, even then, you may have to give it a few tries, as you guys see. And of course, if you're doing the Silven team, you can't do it in the background. You're gonna have to watch it. So basically, this is the thing I want to talk about. Like, obviously, the public service announcement about the awareness of the Silven bug, so that you don't keep wasting your time with that. Like, you'll actually have to watch the battle, or just leave the stages for right now and then try to clear them later after the bug hopefully gets fixed. But the other part of this video is about these manual intensive stages. Of course, all of these are using, like, you know, Saida plus either Gunner or Ulna, which is already a problem in itself, but then also they are manual intensive. You can't just auto them. So a lot of these stages, there have been a lot of Viperion stages, Damien stages, Ulma stages, basically, and I guess at these boosted levels, and even, basically this level of strength, they're actually really difficult to deal with. So, like, that's basically what is the problem, honestly. And I think, you know, even though the Silven bug is a problem, and some people are using that, or basically saying that as a reason they're about to quit, or they're quitting the game, I think the other kind of major problem is just the manual intensiveness of these Apex stages. Even when we're all at maximum level, have all the equipment, have all the charms, have everything, at this point should be a point where, you know, the bulk of the stages should be auto, and pretty easy auto. But right now, the bulk of the stages are still manual. And then even when you do have an auto stage, it's not like you're going to have a 100% guaranteed success rate. Like you guys just saw, we're going to run it again. And, you know, there's no guarantees that even this time it's going to work. And of course, look, this is almost max level account, right? So yeah, that's basically what I just wanted to share and talk about in this video. I think that is somewhat of a problem, and I'm really just hoping that, you know, I really want to see something from AFK Journey in the upcoming, probably honestly not in the upcoming phase, but hopefully in the upcoming season, like some other major, like, sort of fun game mode, or some change to AFK stages to make them less time intensive, or something. Basically, I don't know, I'm looking for something to be basically kind of a major change to AFK Journey, because it does feel like, you know, each season is almost the same. You're doing the same cycle as in the previous seasons, and there's not much, you know, sort of growth or new, basically, new actual, like, obviously there's new content, like, even in terms of the new stages, but, like, it just feels like you're just redoing what you have done every season for the past 3 or 4 seasons, right? So yeah, you guys see it's not working here. You're gonna have to manual it. Yeah, I think probably you just, in these ones, probably it's just manual Saida. But again, like, this is the thing. This is just one random stage, 414, and, like, we've already spent 5 to 10 minutes on it. So, like, if you think about all the stages you have to do to complete Apex 1000, it's just kind of out of reach. Oh, and another problem is, because of how the rewards are now structured, okay, we're blowing up. Because of how the rewards are now structured, if you take a look at it over here, in order to get all of your rewards, you not only need to be in the top 10 before it was top 10 overall season rankings, like, because right now we're doing phase by phase rankings, but in phase 3 there was an overall, like, of all phases ranking, and then you would get rewards if you're in the top 10. Now the thing is, if you want to do everything, get all the rewards, you have to clear all Apex 1000, or 1800 in phase 3, because that's how many Apex stages there are, every single one. So if you want to get this highest level season progress reward, you cannot miss a single Apex stage. So you have to do 1000 Apex in phase 1, 1000 Apex in phase 2, and 1800, which is the cap of phase 3. And so, for example, if you're like, well, this phase is really difficult, I'll, you know, just take it easy and not commit and go all the way to 1000, then you're going to miss out on these 20 trial essences, which, I mean, is not a huge deal. But basically, in the previous way of how the rewards were distributed, if you were in the top 10 of your district at the end, so, like, for example, if it's really, really tough, and then, you know, you're still in the top 10 despite not clearing 1000 Apex of one of the phases, you're still going to get your maximum rewards, all the rewards. But now the thing is, you have to, if you want to get all the rewards, you have to get 6500 clear, meaning you cannot miss a single Apex stage if you want to get all the rewards there. But again, Twilight Essences, 20 Twilight Essences is not like make or break. It's not a big deal, but it's just something which people are, a bit saddened about compared to the past, right? Okay, guys, we're going to do one more auto of this stage. Hopefully it can work in the background. And I'm going to share you my guildmates' basically opinions as well, because we've been discussing the Silven bug issue and then overall difficulty of the stages, this phase. That's what I'm talking about in this video as well. And he says he agrees the siege and stage have been especially rough because of Bulwark and Hugin synergy, basically needing a lot of manual, basically stages. And also the frequent appearance of Viperon, Damien, Thorin, Almas. Yeah, basically these were the enemies I was talking about earlier in the video as well, which have been very difficult. Gunners, mandatory, and then also manualing stages is needed a lot. And a lot of people who normally enjoy stage pushing have ended up quitting because of that. That's what he thinks. And I do definitely see that, either quitting or giving up on stages, but sometimes giving up on stages is the first step for them actually fully quitting the game, especially if stages is the key game mode that they enjoyed. And actually the way that this conversation came about is that a guildmate of ours is thinking about quitting due to the difficulty of stages and the Silven bug. This phase. Another big issue is that artifact damage has become way too dominant compared to main invested DPS. Yeah, all the damage is basically the artifact damage. The bulwark spell damage is everything. Clearing out feels much more dependent on having strong overall stats rather than just building a carrier well. And on top of that, if even one unit dies mid-fight, the artifact damage drops heavily. So that's why you need manual. You need to have the whole team alive for maximum damage procs of your artifact and the experience. Yeah, so I think that's a very good summary. Now, can we please, for the third time, can we clear this? I'm just gonna try to. I don't even know if this manual is gonna change anything. We were on not ×2 speed. I'll just keep going for the Almas. We need to try to pop the Almas, and then we just have to nuke him with the artifact damage. Basically, that's what it is. Look at that healing. See, like, if you don't have Gunner into these Almas stages, sometimes it will work, but like you're at a heavy disadvantage, and you just need the damage output. Yeah, and like this is kind of the problem. I think, unfortunately, I think we're not going to get it again. So basically, obviously, I'm not playing this very effectively. I'm just talking to you guys while just ordering this in the back. If I wanted to be more serious, I would manual it. We do get the clear this time. I don't know if it was just RNG or maybe some of those sites manualing actually made a difference. But yeah, that's basically it about this video, and the fact that these stages are very rough. Like here isn't even a Silven stage. Okay. But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts about all of this in the comment section down below. And if you have any other, share whatever you're thinking. If you have ideas for improvement for AFK stages, or like, tips of how to cope with these stages, or like, just your basically mindset on this whole, AFK journey and basically enjoying whatever you enjoy in the game and basically getting the most out of that. Let me know in the comment section. Thank you guys all so much for watching. That is going to be it for this video. And if you guys are thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video in a pinned comment, and you can actually bookmark this link in your browser, and whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.